Buenos dias a todos, and welcome to San Antonio and the 2013 NMSDC Annual Conference and Business Opportunity Fair. We're expecting 7,000 attendees in San Antonio. Over the next 4 days, you will have plenty of opportunities for learning, networking activities, and opportunities to connect for growth. We hope that you'll take the time to enjoy the city of San Antonio, our host. San Antonio is a beautiful city. It's a walkable city with a vibrant entrepreneurial spirit. And no trip to San Antonio is complete without a stroll down the Riverwalk. I'd like to thank our conference host, Steve Felice of Dell, Heriberto Guerra of Avanzar Interior Technologies, and I'd like to also thank our co-host, the Southwest Minority Supplier Development Council. And of course, our undying gratitude to our volunteers and supporters who make this a successful event. Please use your conference app over the next 4 days to keep abreast of daily activities. And most important, enjoy the experience.
So we took about 28 members and suppliers over to our sister council's annual conference in Denver, Colorado, and that's a trade show and a conference, and the whole point of the event is to create business opportunities for minority-owned firms and large Fortune 500 companies. The whole objective for our suppliers who came over was to either find business opportunities within Fortune 500 companies, or to find minority businesses who they could partner with to help them access opportunities in the US or locally within Australia.
We're that new generation of this economic power force that's happening in Australia, and we need to be thinking on that global scale. Coming over here for the NMSDC event is certainly fulfilling, I guess, that process and that role, in hoping that not only for us as a Galimba, as an Indigenous creative agency, but also, for the other delegations here. It's an amazing network. It's an amazing delegation that's here, and hopefully, networking amongst ourselves, we are that I guess, collective voice to really show to NMSDC and all the world delegation that's here that we're here to do business.
We've just come across to Denver for the NMSDC conference, and it's been fantastic so far. I've met with a lot of event companies on the ground to learn more about how to put on great trade shows and conferences. We've also met with some fantastic businesses like IBM, Navistar, Cummins and others to build more business development opportunities and to learn a lot about supplier diversity in the States, the UK and other countries. So we're looking forward to the next couple of days. We're going to be working hard and going out to meet with as many companies as possible to help grow all the perks.
We've been here on quite a mission. The delegation for Australia is making themselves known at this huge American event. We're learning lots of things. What's inspired me is the huge potential that we can realise in Australia from what they've done over a long period of time in the US. They're very deep, got lots of tradition here, and they've made a fantastic success from the work they're doing in this industry, something we can really learn from, and we're looking forward to be a big part of AMC going forward. Thanks very much.
Natalie, I've got to say it's been an amazing experience here today. So my objective though was really to grow business.
I'm talking to a couple of suppliers the other night, and I was sharing with them how I thought they were pioneers and trailblazers for the rest of the Indigenous business community back in Australia. Would you agree with that this group of 20 plus Indigenous businesses that have come out to Denver are leading the charge?
Totally agree. I would say you came out last year, and I think it was yourself and one other corporate member from Australia. And I would have put that down to being historic, and I was really proud of that. But to see 28 Indigenous suppliers, corporate members from Australia coming in, that's historic. That is really raising the bench in regards to what we're trying to achieve.
So Laura, what do you think is going to change for Australia in the next 10 years?
Well, I think supplier diversity is going to continue to grow. I think what we've seen in the last 3 years with AMC and with supplier diversity has been incredible. And when we compare ourselves to some of the other international councils around the world, I think that we've come ahead in leaps and bounds. Corporate Australia and Indigenous-owned businesses are really embracing this concept, and I think we're going to see some really amazing deals and some big dollars spent in the next 10 years.
There have been some incredible opportunities that we've been offered to us and introduced to, and we're looking forward to forging and ahead with some of our new contacts we've made, some of our existing customers, the Compass Group, our core, at Cisco. There have been some incredible introductions to some of the key people here, and even some of the introductions to some of the minority suppliers in the NMSDC and opportunities that we can engage with them. So look forward to San Antonio next year and Connect 2013 in Melbourne.
Having worked with successful entrepreneurs for the past 15 years, it's been really rewarding for me to watch these individuals go from concept to production. I've seen business owners submit a business plan and get funding and launch their business. I've seen business owners buy existing businesses. And finally, I've seen business owners who take an existing product or service idea and change it to increase the value proposition in the marketplace. Whatever strategy those individuals pursued, they all had tenacity, perseverance, and vision for something that wasn't there. And I think entrepreneurs share that trait. The one recommendation I would have for those interested in entrepreneurship is to conceptualize their idea, write it down, and count the cost. These three things will help you identify the value proposition and perhaps find potential customers, but it will also help you understand how to take that product or service to market. If your costs are in line with the marketplace, yeah, you could probably raise money. On the other hand, you might want to try selling it through a licensing arrangement. Whichever way people try to do this, I think entrepreneurship is well worth the effort.
Oh, the CPSD is a wonderful, wonderful certification tool, for lack of a better word.
It allows you to understand your customer base more.
It provides an opportunity for the entire supply chain management or supplier management function.
I believe that the CPSD was monumental because it put procurement first, and then it added supplier diversity.
A lot of the chief purchasing officers and senior executives in organizations were finding that their supplier diversity programs needed to have a certain level of understanding and professionalism.
Everybody looks for some sort of certification of excellence, and that curriculum gives that professional that extra edge when they're looking for new opportunities. It helps them understand their company better. It helps them understand why what they do is important.
So it provides a supplier diversity professional an opportunity or a toolbox to be able to highlight and share with their organization to paint the story or picture on why it's important for their particular organization.
More and more corporations are asking about it because I find a lot of my colleagues who know that I've taken the exam and I've passed it are asking questions about it.
and we recommend people take that exam. During our national conference every year, we make arrangements with ISM to offer the CPSD exam. The day after our conference, we provide the proctor, the room, and the space because we think it's a very, very, very important part of the Supplier Diversity Manager's toolkit.
You know, certified MBEs that want to do business with Union Bank need to remember one thing. They have a great product or they have a great service. And if they want to do business with us, they just have to be themselves. Frankly, they have an advantage that a white male-owned company does not. They've got the Supplier Diversity Manager in their corner, hopefully opening doors so they can meet the folks that really are negotiating contracts. And when we can provide mentoring and advice and counsel, we do so. So they're in a unique position. My thought here is, for a diverse supplier that's certified, just be yourself. Don't worry about bugging the Supplier Diversity Manager. If it's done in the right way, we are your advocate. That's why we're here.
I would give two pieces of advice. The first piece of advice would be to go get certified. Getting certified really means that you've gone through a validation process and that you've been in business for a while. That gives companies like us a level of comfort that you are an organization we want to listen to and hear what you have to say. The second piece of advice that I would give is to really rehearse your elevator pitch. When you come to us, tell me how much your revenue has grown year over year. Are you profitable or not? How many years you've been in business? Of the competitors that are out there, what do you do differently? Not just in terms of price, but in terms of quality or service. If you know vendors that are currently working with us, tell me how you're different from them. And then tell me specifically who you need to meet within my organization to help you with your entry phase. Then leave the part that you're an MBE to just be the icing on the cake.
The best advice that I could give to certified minority businesses is, first of all, that they get to learn the agency that they're trying to do business with, and try not to be a sell-all, do-all type of company, but really hone down to exactly what their expertise is and try to see what the fit is. And then to get engaged in terms of finding out about the company and about the decision makers and actually promoting one-on-one contact. And one of the greatest avenues for doing that is working with organizations and belonging to organizations such as the Council and other business resource organizations that are out there.